Next up is one of the very first games I ever bought with my own money from money back then as an elementary school kid, from like doing chores and stuff, and I saved up and got Pokemon Stadium. My original box. I got it in. Hey, I was smart as a kid. Look, see that scissors on that circle tape? Hey kids, whoever opened that Hey You Pikachu, learn. Go back in time and learn. So, opened it up the right way. Got this from Toys R Us. Still has the original sticker, R-Zone, whatever they had back then, was the name R-Zone, whatever. This game is awesome. You put in Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Just going back on that toy thing earlier from Hey You Pikachu, just they were very smart about just toys, like very toy-y, and just they toyed around with the idea of video games more, and just like, hey, you plug your own game in and bring in your Blue and Red and stuff. It just was cool. Just I don't know, some of that stuff is Bluetooth now or whatever, but it was just neat. Just what a fun time to live in as a kid. I had a great time with this game. It cost me, I think, $50 or $60 when this came out. Maybe possibly more. Just I have all the original stuff in it. It's fun. It's great. I could never beat. I had a level 100 like Pokemon. I used the rare candy trick. If you've ever played Pokemon, could not beat not a Moltres. It's the Magmar or whatever like Pokemon that somebody had. The final one kept beating me, even though I was Water type and 100 times stronger. So maybe I'll go back and beat that sometime eventually. So Pokemon Stadium, fun, great big box, and just good time. Get that out of here now. Next game. Very excited to talk about this. Box is still in pretty good condition. I kind of welded up here, but otherwise really good condition. Box of the first game that I got for Nintendo 64. This was what made me get the Nintendo 64. At this time, I had the PS1, and I loved the PS1. And I didn't have an N64, and there were some things that kind of interested me, or like it's kind of neat, I guess. But PS1 just had a great library of games, just kept pumping out. And then I went over to my cousin's house, and he had this in and was playing this, and as I just said, like I was a sucker for like not kiddie games. I meant third person, like platform, fun, mascot type characters. I was all over Crash Bandicoot, and I was all over this. Got this for Christmas and stuff. Got this game with it, with my Nintendo 64, and I love this game. I feel like the Mario games, like people are very nostalgic about this game, and they say, "Oh, this is the best game of all time," or way better than Mario Galaxy. I think Mario Galaxy is way ahead of this game, but this game is incredible, and as a kid, it was very, very fun. I think it set a staple of how to do third-person platforming. This is it right here, and I'm glad I went over to his house and watched him play that day. It sold me on the N64, and ever since then, I got all these games, and N64 is a great system. I like the PS1 a little bit better. That'll be a whole other video of that collection. But very, very fun. Just classics are on the system that still are going to this day. Next up, as I said, classics are still good to this day. Super Smash Brothers, and this box actually is not damaged barely at all. This game shouldn't have worked, but it did. And it's very fun. You just play with all the Mario mascot characters, and we're on to now the Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS, which was announced, or not announced the other day, but talked about more the other day. It all started with this one, and I just was all over this game, like, fighting with all of the characters. Like, this is a kindergartner's dream, or something like, or a first grader's dream. Like, what if they all fought and stuff? But they actually made it, and it's fun as heck, and these games are fun. A big tournament scene came from Melee and stuff from, after this. The sequel to this was Smash Brothers Melee, and great stuff. I think this one is fun because it's almost like a beta test for Melee. It's fun to go back and see just how basic this game is, and the amount of character selection was not very great. But, I mean, at the time, again, incredible. There was rumors and stuff that I heard over school or something. If you beat this on Expert or something without losing a life or whatever it was, you got Goku. And as a stupid kid, without the internet, I didn't have the internet at this time, like as most kids or whatever, I fell for it. And I got so mad I would throw the cartridge behind the TV. I would bite my N64 controller. What a waste I was. But fun game. Next up, is Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I got this along with my N64 also. My dad's a big Star Wars fan, so I think he wanted this for himself as well as me. But very fun game. I don't remember playing it too often. It was more my dad's thing or whatever, but I'd watch him play and it looked fun. Not much to say about this. The box is really good condition or whatever, but it's my original copy and I take good care of the stuff. This I got recently. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now this game right here, when I first got my N64 and stuff, my friend was obsessed with this and would bring the guidebook to this to class, and I think we were in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I would just be so amazed by how obsessed he was with this, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta check out this game. And I rented it once, and it really overwhelmed me, and I just kind of was intimidated by it because of just the grand scale of it, and I couldn't figure out stuff as a kid, so I kind of just put it away. After renting it, I was just like, I guess it's too hard for me as a kid, and I was more into the Super Mario 64 stuff. Years go by, I get the GameCube, comes with the collection disc, and I sit down and beat this game, and it's awesome. It's not my favorite Zelda, but this is as classic as you can get, I think, with the current era of 3D games. This set the standard of targeting, of exploration, of camera, where the camera was, just a perfect transfer of a 2D game, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, to 3D. This is like perfection. 10 out of 10 for that. Not my favorite, Twilight Princess, I think maybe my favorite, or Majora, tied between those. But this game is close up there, third. Great game. I got a banged up box. This was my first thing into collecting. I actually got into this recently in the past year. I just went on eBay and found this and was bidding on it, and this goes for like $150 or like $120. Maybe it's dropped by the time you watch this, I don't know. But I got this for $50 and I was so ecstatic, but the box is so banged up. But hey, for $50 for a third of a price, I'll take a banged up box, and maybe someday if there's a better version I can sneak and get, I'll get it. But cool freaking box, cool freaking cartridge, and very just as classic as you can get game. You have to get that game. Next up is a game I just talked about, and it's Majora's Mask. And I said it was tied with Twilight Princess, but I take that back. Forget what I just said. Twilight Princess is second to this one, Majora's Mask. Wow, this game, I tried Ocarina of Time, rented that, and whenever the time when this came out, I forget, 2000, wasn't it? 2000, it doesn't say, who cares. This came out, and I still have the original sticker from EB Games, $54.99 on it, and it's actually pre-owned now that I see that. But it's great freaking condition. Has the gold cartridge with holographic variant on it. And this game just, there's a 3-day system, and people you either hate or love this game. You can't go, oh, that was an alright Zelda. You'll know if you love this or you hate it. The time system to me, as a kid, blew my mind, and I fell in love with that. And the different masks you get, the moons falling, like, think of Ocarina of Time, like, all I had to do was to add a bigger world and change up the enemies, and that would have been great for the next Zelda. And instead they said, nah, we're going to make a time system, have the moon fall, and have mask. And some people hated that, and hey, that's fine, but for me and for others, this game is like, it's insane. Like, why would you do something so crazy? And that, to me, is the heart of video games to the core, is make something that's crazy. Make something that just like doesn't make sense and is unexpected and excites you and shocks you. This game shocked me, and this was the first Zelda I beat, was this one. It took me years to get the couples mask. There's a couples mask in this. Could not get the timing down, and a strategy guide that didn't explain the process as well as it should have. And love this game. I love the different masks you get, and I just the graphics, I mean, were the same basically as Ocarina, but man, the atmosphere and the music, and oh man, I just get so excited. And I believe very soon the 3DS is going to get a remaster of this, just as it got the remaster of Ocarina of Time. Day one picking that up, and day one hopefully getting a special edition Majora's Mask 3DS for that too. So one of my favorite games of all time, favorite Zelda of all time, definitely, and fantastic. One of my favorite thing I have in my N64 collection. And my last game I only beat this recently on an emulator, but I wanted to get it because it was fun. And two, I think this is an important game. It kind of continued what the original game in the series set out to do. I don't know why I've waited to last on this one because it's not a huge surprise or a huge game here. But let me take it out. Hey, you might see me just get mad because this might not be good, but her banged up box. But they packaged it well. Seller did. Got this from eBay. Feel like I'm opening a sandwich, but I'm opening up a video game. And it is the original Star Fox 64. Wow, that is freaking great. They had this on a buy it now or best offer, and I think they had 45 on it, and I offered them what was it? Or no, they had 40 on it, and I offered them 30, and they came back at 35, and I took it. So I got this for 35. And man, I saw the thing, original owner, kept in my closet, never played. Or they took it out and like played it once, they said, or something. But man, you could tell the box is in pristine condition. Happy to get this. I was like back and forth on getting the Rumble Pack edition, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I have a Rumble Pack, and I forgot that I hadn't had a Rumble Pack. So really happy to have this now in physical form. Beat it on emulator, but not the same. I think this game just is very fun. I'm definitely getting when I get to Super Nintendo. Those games are too expensive right now, but Star Fox for Super Nintendo, very important game. Has its own chip for the graphics engine in there to even run that game. It was 3D on the SNES, which is nuts that they were able to do that. But I think this game kind of continued that, made it better, and I think it's just a joy to play from what I keep seeing. Or it was a joy to play, but just I bet back then was a big deal. So my N64 collection is complete in the sense of my definition of complete, and you'll see my other stuff, my other collections soon. I hope to get out, but they're complete in the sense of these are the games that I either really, really, really wanted as a kid and haven't got to play, or games that are kind of Hallmark games that I do have interest in, and they were big in the industry and stuff I'm kind of looking for that, but not every game. I'm very picky, but I hope you guys enjoyed. One last thing I wanted to show you guys was something I forgot about until I looked over here that I had on the shelf, but it's this game. Not the game, well, there's a game inside, but Blockbuster Video case, and on the side it's for Super Nintendo Toy Story, which is a Toy Story Super Nintendo game I have. But I took over here and put Star Wars on a label, and what I did is inside here, it's just incredible to have like even this box like for Blockbuster. I think that's really cool. And inside here is the manual and like the thing that came in it for Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Now, I found out what happened the other day with this, where the box went, because I never threw boxes or anything like that away, usually. But what happened was I got the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer edition, I can't even say the name of the freaking console I'm collecting for. Nintendo 64 Star Wars 1 Episode 1 Racer edition. And it gives you the manual and the stuff, but they didn't give you a box inside. So I had to make do, and basically, I guess when my parents got the boxed version of Toy Story, or for my birthday or whatever, but I have the box and the manual up there, but for some reason they gave me the case too, I don't know, for when they were renting it to people, so kind of cool, kind of neat. So I do have this game that came with that edition of my N64. And a little bit more about the N64 for me. It was a great system. I liked the controller a lot. I just thought it was just a very neat, comfortable to hold at that with the joystick and stuff. Whereas the PS2 at first didn't have that joystick. It was later on. I still like the PS1 better. It's probably one of my favorite systems of all time. But the N64 just holds a special place in my heart, because when the games are good, the amount of games that I have that you saw my whole collection that I want, that I'm interested in having, they're classics, and they set the stage for the future games in the series and future games in general. I think PS1 had a lot of great games, but library-wise, it didn't have as many things that were very innovative to move the medium forward. Nintendo 64 just was a really cool system. It kind of sucks that it was cartridge when it came to PS1 with the disc, but it just was a cool system at the time, and I just loved it. And I'm glad that I ended up picking one up and really getting into these games. Smash Brothers came from this. Like The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, like that kind of stuff. Super Mario 64 that spawned this whole, like, everything started out and it was a new field of being 3D and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed my collection. I know the video probably changed at times. I had to do transitions or whatever. People kept coming in and out of the house. I didn't want to be disturbed, so that's what the cuts were. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you want to see some more stuff on this channel. I'll probably do my other collection stuff when I get them complete. I think I just recently completed my Genesis not long ago, so I'll show you guys what I picked up and what cool stories, if there's any stories about me getting them or whatever, like I did with this one. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you want to see, what you think is cool that I'm doing, what you think is stupid, what I can do better. But yeah, please subscribe. Yeah, because that's all I care about. Just kidding. I like making these videos. So thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.